Thanks to everyone for coming today on this tragic day. It's March 1st, sixth day of Russian invasion, of unprecedented bombing of residential areas. Just look at some photos. Nobody was expecting such tough and stiff resistance of the Ukrainian army. Nobody was expecting. Our heroes managed to stop one of the most powerful armies in the world. Unfortunately, this war is causing new and new casualties, sufferings, mounting casualties not only among Russian and Ukrainian soldiers, but unfortunately mounting tragedies among civilian population, among children. Already 16 Ukrainian children were killed by precise bombings. More than 100 children were wounded. Indian children now understand our pain, the pain of Ukrainian children. I'll just read one very simple letter from Gujarat, from Ahmedabad, which is addressed to me, to Ukrainian children. Dear Ukrainian friend, hello. I am 10-year-old boy from India. My name is Anand. Thanks, Anand, a lot. I have been hearing and watching the news about Ukraine. We are all praying hard for your crisis to end soon. Please stay calm, strong, and support. Cooperate with your parents at every step. Everything will be fine soon. And then this will seem like a bad dream to you. Love from India. Take care. Your Indian friend Anand Chiripal. Thanks a lot once again to Anand. Unfortunately, the casualties, civilian casualties, are mounting and mounting. Not only among Ukrainian and Indians, not only among Ukrainians. Today you saw the first tragic death of the Indian student in Kharkiv. I am proposing 1 minute of silence in memory of all victims of this war, especially civilians, young people and children. 1 minute of silence.
Sir, what do you have to
Very tragic incident. Please stop crying. We express deepest condolences to the family of Navin Shekarapa from Karnataka, the fourth-year medical student. He was killed during unprovoked shelling in the besieged city of Kharkov when he was standing in line for food. I am expressing my deepest heartfelt condolences to the family of Navin Shekarapa. I think that new Russian ambassador during tomorrow's maiden press conference should start this press conference with the deepest condolences to Navin Shekarapa's family, as this 20-year-old guy was killed by Russian missile. I am bowing my head in very deep respect before many Indian medical students in besieged Kharkiv and Kiev. These young medicos said 4-year students, some of them opted not to go out of Ukraine. They are working as volunteers. They are helping their friends. They are helping to treat wounded people. I am bowing my head in very deep respect before brave and heroic Indian medical students, which are trying to help all their wounded friends. They are real heroes, and India must be proud of these young boys and girls. You see that situation is becoming more and more serious. First days, basically, shelling and bombing happened on military sites. These days, shelling and bombing is basically on the civilian areas. Indian people have very glorious, rich, brave, and tragic history. This case, which Ukraine is facing, you see, it doesn't look 21st century. It looks like 16th, 18th century. If we are making some small comparison, you see, it's like the massacre arranged by Mughals against Rajputs, or like massacre which was arranged by Nadir Shah against innocent people of Delhi. I can give some more. It's very easy to give some more examples. Dear friends, dear colleagues, I deeply respect the work of journalists, especially of professionals. We are not spreading here any fakes. All the information, all the photos, firstly, from official sources. Some information, some photos was sent by our relatives whose houses or whose areas were destroyed. I am asking you and pleading you. There are some people, including journalists, who even on this 6th day of this unprecedented massacre, trying to spread the news that this is Ukrainian propaganda. I am asking these people to brave, to go out into Ukraine and to see everything with their own eyes. I hope that these people who are doubting the death of children, who are doubting the death of Navin, they should have some soul, some heart, some conscience. It's a tragedy. And I am asking some people, stop this absolutely unuseful discussion about disinformation, information, and so on. It's a truth. It's tragic truth. And unfortunately, all of us are becoming victims of them, of this war. This war showed that Russian bombs and shelling are not choosing nationalities. They were killed students from other countries, Algeria. They were killed citizens of Greece. No country, no great leader of the world should be aside of this tragedy. We are asking every time all influential world leaders, among them Modi ji, to use every resource, every influence against Putin to stop bombing, to stop shelling. And I am hopeful on your wholehearted support.
Sir, what have been called by the foreign secretary today? Can you just brief us what exactly
What happened?
Your
What was
meeting, Mr.
discussed
Ambassador, could you
with
brief
them?
us about your
Any
meeting
detail?
today at South Block?
In a few words, I mentioned during the previous press conference that even sitting here, me and my people were trying personally to mitigate and to help the Indian students which were blocked together with lakhs of other refugees on the western border. You see that new planes of Indian citizens are coming from Poland, Romania, and so on, firstly. Secondly, we discussed the modalities of humanitarian aid. We are grateful for India that this aid started. The first plane is expected to land today in Poland. We were discussing airports also, schedule of other flights. I was assured by Foreign Secretary that Ukraine will get maximum humanitarian aid. I also briefed Honorable Mr. Shringla on the present day situation, especially shelling of big Ukrainian cities, which even happened in the time of peace talks. I attracted the attention of the higher concentration of attacks on the civilian areas. Once again, I asked for the strong help and support of the Indian side of its pressure on Putin to stop the war. And last thing, I was told by Foreign Secretary that my personal efforts on the western border, in Poland, in Romania, while trying to mitigate situation, to help your citizens, were reported personally to Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Mr. Ambassador, any assurance given by you to Foreign Secretary that a safe passage can be given to Indian students from Russian side, Russian border, from Kharkiv, from Sumy to Russian border?
You see, what I am mentioning, the most optimal way of arranging green corridor and safe passage, it's complete cessation of violence and shelling. What I mentioned 2 minutes back. Yesterday, even during the peace talks, Ukrainian residential houses, buildings and areas were shelled very heavily. I am most grateful for your attention. I was active, I shall be active, ready to answer questions. I think we shall meet tomorrow
One question, sir.
in front of the embassy.
So there's one quick question.
Sir,
Today there
any
was a
discussion on Naveen? Any help can given by your government
For him
to
to
bring
be
back
brought
the
back.
body?
I am asking you a very simple question. Very simple. Whose missile killed Naveen? And what about assistance of dozens of people who were killed together with him? Thank you for your
One
attention.
quick question, sir.